What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we got to talk about what happened on this episode of Friday Night Smackdown, the first 3-hour Smackdown for 2025. And I must say, this show was pretty enjoyable considering the extra hour that they added. I'm still not the biggest fan of it, but they were able to let a lot more of these matches cook, and they were able to expand some of the stories that they've been trying to expand. So I do appreciate the matches that we had. They were entertaining. It wasn't really too many low spots in the show for the most part, and we got some things that a lot of fans have been wanting to happen. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. So let's start off with how the show started off with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came out there. Obviously, a huge crowd reaction when he came out there. And Cody, he had this look of kind of, frustration. You can tell he's definitely been frustrated with how things have been going. Yes, he was giving the high fives and signing the kids Funko Pop toys or whatever. But when he got the microphone, you can tell there was frustration there. You can tell that he's not obviously not liking what's been going on and what's been happening to him with Kevin Owens recently just been attacking him and trying to end this man's career. So he pretty much comes out there and he's like, I should be a lot more happier about what's going down with Raw going to Netflix this upcoming Monday and, wanting to fight. But right now, I'm not medically cleared. I'm not medically cleared to fight. And it's really unfortunate, all because of Kevin Owens. And, he's annoyed, essentially, because he wants to get his hands on Kevin Owens. He wants to be able to be a part of this momentous occasion for Monday Night Raw being on Netflix this upcoming Monday. But unfortunately, he can't even really compete until the Royal Rumble when he faces Kevin Owens to finally see. Well, I mean, we know he's still the undisputed champion, but it's to get the Winged Eagle belt that was gifted to him back. So you would think Kevin Owens was going to come out there and they were going to have a back and forth, but no, it was Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre comes out there. He doesn't say a word. Cody's kind of on edge. Drew has been on this mission on taking out any and everybody that gets in his way, especially those who have helped Roman Reigns. And to be honest with you, Cody has helped Roman Reigns recently last year. So obviously everybody's on edge. Drew McIntyre in an all black wife beater does not mean anything good for anybody. And before he even says anything, Drew McIntyre gives Cody a hug. Everyone's confused. Like, what's going on here? So Drew comes out here. He's like, look, I'm not here to fight you. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to let you know that, I have your back, essentially. If you need any help, I have your back. But I need you to understand what you're doing right now is not best for business. Like, you've worked so hard to get to where you're at right now, only for you to be trying to throw it away. Your neck is hanging on by a thread. You want to fight. You need to understand you are the guy now. You are the guy leading this charge of wrestlers. Drew proclaimed this is the best era of wrestling. This is the best era of wrestlers of all time. Not the golden era, not the new generation, not the attitude era, brother. This is the best era, and you're leading that charge, so you need to be careful with what you do. But at the end of the day, me and you have history. We have similar upbringings. I have your back. And Cody wasn't buying it. He's like, man, cut the crap. I'm not buying that. Maybe, he started listing off Drew accolades of how they both had to leave and come back to make a name for themselves, and how Drew carried the company during one of their toughest times during COVID, and how he's reached these high moments in his career, become one of the best talkers, best performers right now. But he's like, all that, well, I don't trust you still. Despite all of that, I don't trust you. What is it? You want to fight me? Because everybody seems like they want to fight me. They want to fight me for the WWE Undisputed Championship. So you know what? If that's what you want to do, come on, let's do it. We can go right now. And then Drew is trying to let him know that's not what I want to do. I just want you to understand that you need to remember that I have your back. I have your best interest at heart. What I'm telling you is the truth. But at the end of the day, you need to stop caring about what these fans think of you. You need to stop caring about what these fans feel. They don't matter. They're going to turn on you at some point and it won't matter anymore. You need to focus on yourself. And Drew's kind of been on that wave ever since he's came back from the Hell in a Cell match with CM Punk. He's more so, I don't care about the fans because they're going to turn on me, or they're going to not care about me when it's all said and done anyway. I'm going to do what's best for me. And as he got out the ring, he told Cody, hey, I just want you to know, you may want to watch your back. And obviously, Kevin Owens comes out there, attacks Cody from behind, and Kevin Owens and Drew look at each other. Now, I forgot to mention that Drew did talk bad about Kevin Owens. He's like, bro, you got a guy out here parading as the WWE the undisputed champion when he's not. He's a fake champion or whatever. He was basically talking down on on Kevin Owens, but it seems like, I don't know if there was a little bit of a temporary alliance or something. I don't know, but there may be more going on when it comes to Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre, and I'm going to talk about more about that later because the line was said multiple times tonight, not just once. You may want to watch your back. And then Kevin Owens comes out there and attacks him. But Cody starts fighting back, and they have security and officials try to pull them apart. Looked really great. You can tell they're selling the hatred for each other. They wanted to kill each other out there, and I loved it. I also got to talk about later on in the show, Cody is talking to Nick Aldis, and Nick is like, look, I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for the interest of the company. I'm thinking big picture. I know you want to get your hands on Kevin Owens, but you got to wait because you're not medically cleared. And Cody verbalizes his frustration. Like, look, I get it. I think you're doing a fantastic job as the boss, but I am the top champion. And I also have a say too. And I want you to understand this. And this is what made me like this even more in this character shift with Cody. He said, if I see someone that looks like Kevin Owens, it's on site. If I see Kevin Owens, it's on site. I just want you to know that this is what it's going to be. There's no, I need to step away or remove myself. No, if I see him, it's up. And I appreciate that because that's a realistic reaction from a babyface, from any person. Kevin Owens tried to end his career. He should want to get revenge anytime he gets a chance to see him. So I can appreciate that. And this kind of expounds upon what Drew was saying. Drew was saying that at some point the fans will turn on you. You need to stop caring about the fans. And he said, one day you'll see what I was talking about. And maybe 2025, we do get that heel turn this year. Because like I said, Cody has been changing. He hasn't been the guy that's out here signing autographs. I mean, he still does, but he's not the happy-go-lucky as we've seen him before. He's becoming a little bit more aggressive, a little bit upset, and that is good. It doesn't need to be an abrupt heel change. It needs to be months and months and months of people coming after him that he thought he could trust, now trying to end his career. At some point, it's going to get too much. So we'll see how that plays out. So I definitely did enjoy that part of the show, just how they started things off. Next, we got to talk about Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out there, and he basically comes out there to hype up the match between Solo and Roman Reigns for Tribal Combat on Monday Night Raw, and he goes in on the new bloodline. He first talks about Roman couldn't let go of his hatred for Seth Rollins 10 years ago, and that's what cost him, which we all know, but he verbally put that out there. That's what cost him everything. His hatred for Seth cost him the title, right? And then he talked about how Roman earned the Ulafala, but Solo has not earned it. He called Solo a son of a bitch. That son of a bitch did not earn it. He hired some goons, some thugs, some heathens. Some criminals. He was going down Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa's background and Jacob Fatu, how they can't go certain places because of their background. Like basically saying nobody would hire them because of their past, and Solo did. And he was talking down on the new bloodline and saying when it's all said and done, the OTC Roman Reigns will regain the Ulafala and be the tribal chief once again. So that's when Solo himself comes out there, and Paul Heyman lost all that bravado. He lost all that swagger, that confidence. He got a little bit more nervous. So Paul is like, look, man. Last time you was in the ring with me, y'all ended up attacking me and putting me through the table in front of my family and friends. Hey, I'm not trying to have no smoke with you. And Solo asked for the microphone. He gave the microphone, and Solo was like, "You gave Paul Heyman, you gave CM Punk a favor, right?" And Paul was like, "Yeah, I gave CM Punk a favor. He has a favor from me." He's like, "I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. When the match is happening, I'm gonna need you to be out there. I'm gonna need someone that respects my family, respects our lineage, respects our culture, and respects the Ulafala. And I want you to be the person out there. So if Roman Reigns beats me, you put the Ulafala on him, and I will acknowledge him. But if I beat Roman Reigns, or when I beat Roman Reigns, I want you to put the Ulafala on me and acknowledge me as your tribal chief forever. Acknowledge me as your tribal chief, and I will own you, and you will be my wise man forever." Up the states. So Paul Heyman's going to be the only one out there with the Ulafala in hand, and whoever wins, he has to place the Ulafala on them. And I like they added that a little bit of that drama to it, and Paul Heyman looked distraught. So I like that they add a little bit of that drama to it. It's going to be very interesting to see how all of this is going to play out. Can't wait for Monday Night Raw. Next, we got to talk about obviously what everyone is pretty much talking about that's going on social media, and that is Tiffany Stratton is now your new women's WWE champion, and I like how they set this up. So earlier in the night, you see Candice LeRae and you see Nia Jax in the locker room, but there was no Tiffany Stratton. No one knew where she was. Nia was like, maybe because of what I said to her last week, she didn't want to show up. Whatever. Hey, Candice, have my back out there as I, go out there and beat up Naomi for the women's WWE championship, right? So they have a match, really good back and forth. Was not expecting it to be as entertaining as it was, but they had the match, and they were kind of setting it up that Tiffany was going to actually cash in. So towards the end of the match, Tiffany's music hit. Tiffany comes out there with a referee. I'm like, all right, they're finally going to pull the trigger. She comes out there, and Candice is distracting the ref that's in the ring, and then that's when Tiffany pushes the ref over the timekeeper's area. Everybody's like, what the hell? She gets the briefcase. She hits Naomi. The ref doesn't see it that's in the ring. Then that's when Nia Jax is able to capitalize, hit her finisher on Naomi for the 1, 2, 3. And it looked like Tiffany had once again aided Nia Jax. She gets in the ring. She celebrates with Nia and Candice LeRae. She even tells Nia to go and attack Bianca that's in the ring as well. She goes to attack Bianca, and then that's when Tiffany hits Nia with the briefcase in the back. Candice LeRae tries to attack her. She ends up attacking Candice LeRae, gets her out the ring. Then Bianca hits the KOD on Nia Jax. Very impressive how strong Bianca is. Then Tiffany throws Bianca over the announce table, and then she gets the referee and says, I'm cashing in. She cashes in, goes to the top, hits the beautiful moonsault for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And Tiffany Stratton is your new WWE Women's Champion. And it was so great how they set this up, because once again we thought we were going to get a false cash in, and I was over it. I was like, man, I don't want to see this no more. I'm done. I don't care. And they swerved us, and it made sense, because if Nia would have saw her with the referee, then Nia would have known, oh, you tried to cash in on me again. But that's why she knocked the referee over the timekeeper's area. Nia didn't see it. Nia just thinks that Tiffany just helped her out again, and it was all part of her plan to catch Nia off guard. She let Bianca hit her finishing move to soften her up even more, took out Candice LeRae, and now is your new WWE Women's Champion, and I love it. Huge reaction from the crowd. Huge pop. So happy. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do with her going forward. We knew they were teasing it for a while. It paid off. Great moment. Great way to start off SmackDown for the year. That was perfect. Perfect timing. I enjoyed that. They did a good job with that. Next, there is a backstage segment with Sami Zayn and Carmelo Hayes. They had their match last week. Got interrupted by Braun Strowman. And Carmelo talking his trash, but that's when Jimmy and Jay had his back. And that's when, they kind of scare off Carmelo. Carmelo backs off. So Sammy's about to go to the dressing room to get ready for the match. And then you see him walk away. Then you see Jimmy and Jay walk by. And then you see Kevin Owens walk by with the WWE Winged Eagle belt. He bumps into Jay. And then Jay tells, hey, Kevin Owens, hey, watch where you going, Oos, or whatever. And I like how Kevin Owens says, all right, make sure you watch your back. So once again, we heard it again. Drew told Cody, watch his back. Now Kevin Owens is telling the Jey Uso and the Usos to watch their back. And what's very, very interesting about this too, and how they framed this up, as soon as Sammy left, Kevin Owens walked into the shot. They are setting this up. They're keeping them apart for now. I can't wait. When they finally interact after this whole Cody situation, it's going to be chef's kiss. It may even happen at the Royal Rumble. I hope it does. Oh my God, that shit's going to be so good. So damn good. And then obviously you have the main event between Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy versus Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa. Obviously, Solo Sikoa was going to win here, but Drew did come out there to cause the temporary distraction. It's going to be Jay versus Drew on Monday night as well, so that's going to be a fun match to watch. But ultimately, because of that distraction and Jay not realizing that that Jacob Fatu was not the legal man, it was Solo, because he didn't realize that. Solo ended up being able to capitalize off that, hit him with the Samoan spike for the 1, 2, 3. And ultimately, Solo, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu, they're looking pretty strong going into Monday Night Raw for Tribal Combat. So I figured that was going to happen. You weren't going to have Solo lose. He had to look strong these past few weeks going into his match with Roman, because you don't want him to lose beforehand, So overall, this was a fun show. 3 hours. It moved by pretty quickly. Good matches, good stuff. Looking forward to seeing how things are going to play out. Great cash in. And I'm just excited to see what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw. So comment down below. Let me know, did you guys enjoy the first SmackDown of the year? And also, did you guys enjoy the 3-hour format? Are you guys for it? Or do you guys think it still should be 2 hours? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it down below. But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking with me. See you on the next one. Peace.